curse what's happening. This is enough to drive you crazy, but where is that idiot Jeffrey going?
A medida que pasan las horas, el viento amengua hacia la medianoche. El silencio solo se ve alterado por el ligero crepitar del fuego. Hasta el punto de que el sonido de una piedra desprendida. Suficiente para despertar a Zagor.
1,000 scalps. It seems to me that someone is approaching us. It could be an animal, but...
Y la otra relacionada con un posible ataque de vampiros. Emitiendo un grito penetrante como un ave de presa, la increíble criatura ataca a los dos amigos petrificados por la sorpresa. Mientras en sus manos brilla la horrible punta metálica de la lanza.
¡Mami!
En el corazón de Darkwood, el silencio es interrumpido por el grito del acero. El ferrocarril, Blue Sky, se abre camino, pero en las sombras de las montañas acecha algo impensable. ¿Quién es el misterioso Prometeo? ¿Un hombre o un monstruo que trae la muerte? Zagor se lanza a una carrera contra el tiempo en las vías del horror. Un día, en un escondite en Darkwood.
1,000 scalps. Do you hear something?
To tell the truth, I hear a slight rumbling in my stomach that tells me it's almost noon.
Damn it, I didn't mean that. I asked you if you hear some strange sound. As if. Here it is again.
That's it. Now I heard him perfectly too. A gentle, extremely sweet bird chirp that I have never heard.
Nonsense. I don't think that was a bird chirp nor the sound of some animal. Well, of course, sounds like some kind of instrument.
Maybe you're right. It's certainly some instrument that produces gentle, monotonous tones.
You hear you, it's approaching.
Caramba y carambita, it's always about only 3-4 tons. I understand these things.
1,000 scalps.
Gulp!
Drunky duck.
Him again? Is it possible that he didn't have enough of those eggs that I broke over his head a month ago?
Good day, gentlemen. I hope the signal of my arrival didn't sound too violent.
Oh no, quite the opposite, friend. We were just wondering who could.
Good, all the better. Namely, considering that in the past one client, whose name I will not mention, complained about the ways I deliver mail, I decided to use different method announcing my arrival with 3 tons that I learned at Fort Pitt from one teacher. Sonata in B-flat minor for solo flute by Johann Sebastian Bach. Here, this is for you!
Thank you, old friend. Thank you. So would you maybe stay and have lunch with us?
I'm sorry, but the new methodology of work does not predict so much intimacy with clients. $2, please!
FIJGGOGU. Whoa, what professionalism, drunky duck. Congratulations.
Thank you and goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye, friend.
Goodbye to you too, Mexican names.
Well, this is enough to drive you crazy. I can't believe my eyes. What the devil has suddenly grabbed him?
I know, Zagor. Obviously, that last lesson I gave him achieved the desired effect. PIH God, may his desire to scare me with those damn sudden appearances be gone. Or with his sudden cries. Post! Post! PIH, the devil take him. Every time my heart would jump into my throat when I heard that scream in the immediate vicinity. But now I have finally managed to calm that fanatic. That mania of his for frightening poor people is gone. who then also have to pay postal services, and that's quite expensive. Karma and karambita. PIH, $2 for deliver of one. Mom! Ah!
A letter, Chico.
Oh! Ah! My heart! My...
See, it clearly says post for Zagor.
Damn! Damn, postman! Okay, then this is my answer. This is Mark, and this is a stamp!
Ha 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 ha.
Scum! Coward! Murderer! Heart! My heart can't take this anymore. Oh, you on. I feel like I'm gonna faint. Pills? Pills? I have to take my pills? Heart! My poor heart!
OW, Chico, what the devil are you talking about? I didn't know you were taking some special heart medicine. What kind of pills are you talking about?
When I think better, you're right, the doctor hasn't prescribed them to me yet. AU, caramba and carambita. In such cases, I have to take something for my heart. Really?
Let's see who is writing to us. And maybe the content of the letter can be a kind of compensation for the fear you have suffered this time.
The only appropriate compensation would be that the letter you are holding was written by a notary. And that the notary tells me that I am the only heir to some deceased rich man. PFF.
1,000 scalps.
Bad knees.
It's hard to assess that for now. Chico writes us the command of Fort Pitt. And he reports that a few days ago, an Indian who was looking for us arrived at their fortress. Some Munsee who came from the Catskill Plains area.
Caramba, I carambita Monse? Is it that tribe whose chief is a certain Maitak, Movak or something similar?
Mowak. Tira Bonjo, Emowak is the name of that nice rat Nick whom, if you remember well, the Eagle King had stolen the sun.
If I remember well, so help me all the mustaches of my family, of course I remember. Among all those troubles you had dragged me into, that's one of those I'll never forget, damn it. But okay, what does that mill owner want from us now?
The commander didn't write us anything more specific about it. But it seems that good Maiwak is in some great trouble and is asking us for help.
And of course you, as usual, can't wait to rush to his aid.
And what else should I do, Chico? Lately, everything has been in the best order here in Darkwood. The men are peaceful. The soldiers haven't given us any headaches for a long time. The trappers live and work in perfect harmony. And I, to be honest, am already a little bored with this forced rest. Ho Pep. L.A. Ho Pig. L.A. Hop. UFF. What did I tell you? I've clearly gotten out of shape. I really need some exercise.
Opa? You know what I'm gonna tell you? I could use some exercise too.
Haha, I like you like that, Fatso. I like you like that.
Al día siguiente, mirando tristemente de reojo una vez más su escondite, Iko comienza con su amigo a un largo viaje hacia la zona montañosa donde vive la tribu Mnunseeja. Un viaje que, por mucho que sea largo, y muchos obstáculos, sin embargo, se desarrolla sin ningún peligro mayor. Y después de unos 10 días, los amigos llegan a las primeras laderas de las montañas Catskill.
Fuff. Pant. Damn it, cuss. Pant. You know what, Zagor? I really dislike mountains. and since I always get seasick at sea, it seems to me that my abilities to move around this world are decreasing more and more. Because in fact, even the planes aren't really to my liking, namely, they are usually huge.
And why don't you try shutting up a little, Chico? Because if you save your breath, this ascent will seem much easier and 1,000 scalps. Watch out, Chico.
Bob, what do I need to watch out for? I nothing pant. Curse.
No. A 1,000 scalps this, Isakid. And thank heavens this branch has proved strong enough to support us both. Now I just have to throw myself to that little bump. Like this, first I will swing. Then jump. And now I will take care of my poor friend. Chico, Chico, do you hear me? Come to yourself, Chico.
Ah! I told you, Zagor, while I was alive, the earthly world is not made for me. You see, here in paradise, I am doing well. I feel perfectly blessed.
Hey you Chico, what devil are you talking to?
I'm telling you the pure truth, my friend from earthly life. Ever since I died after falling into that ravine, I feel much better. I am more relaxed, calmer.
Damn it, you're dead just like Lyco and me, Chico. And you didn't end up in that ravine at all, because I saved you risking my own life.
Don't try to comfort me, Zagor. I repeat, I don't regret anything. I'm overjoyed here in paradise. And this sweet music that doesn't stop for a moment is a real joy for.
Music. 1,000 scalps. Yes, I hear the music too. And the one who plays doesn't spare the drum. Trombone, what a sweet heavenly music. Let's go, Chico. Up there is obviously something I didn't expect at all.
But
Come on, Tarprimanjo, let's go.
Animando incluso a un amigo un poco groseramente aturdido, Zagor cruza los últimos metros de la ascensión. Y en el momento en que llegó a la cima de la meseta.
Scalps.
Caramba and carambita? Oh, then you were right, Zagor. Such loud music cannot come from paradise. Hey, and that proves that I'm still alive.
Yes. But I don't understand where so many people come from in a place so far from the nearest settlement. And... oh no, but that...
So help me all the mustaches of my family, that is. Railway station.
By all the drums of Darkwood, so how did a railway station get among these mountains?
If I remember correctly, there wasn't one before.
Well, this is really enough to drive you crazy. Who could have been so crazy to design a railway on this area?
Caramba, you carambita. We only know one madman who always plays with trains, Zagor. And that's Engineer Robson. You can see right there.
1,000 scalps on this. Well, this is really an incredible coincidence. Haha, come on, Chico, let's go.
And as I told you, mister.
Hello, people. Do you have anything against two tired strangers joining this nice fun?
Tired and above all thirsty.
Oh, no problem. Everyone is welcome on the Blue Sky Railway today. And as for thirst, we will take care of that immediately. Zagor, Chico.
Ha 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 ha. We are glad to see you again, Robson.
You tell me, friends. Well, I can barely contain myself from starting to jump for joy. It is wonderful. that I have the opportunity to see old friends again, exactly on the most important day of my life, right at the moment of true triumph.
You express yourself like Roman Emperor Robson.
You hear coming, Bestie Lou is coming.
Bitsy Lou.
Don't just tell me that you got married and that your wife is coming on this train.
Woman?
Ah.
No, Chico, Bessie Lou is the name of the locomotive. And the one that is arriving here right now. Crossing the first official section of 70 kilometers of railroad that I built entirely on the plateau and in the mountains. When I first presented my project, which I called Blue Sky, because it envisioned works at unusual altitudes, everyone called me a madman. And I had to sweat like hell until I convinced some investors to secure the necessary capital for me to build, at least that initial experimental route. My valuable workers didn't spare themselves for a whole year in order to overcome all those difficulties imposed on them by nature and the climate. But today, all the gentlemen present here will finally understand how modern technology can overcome all difficulties.
Hurry for Engineer Robson. Hip hip.
Bravo, engineer.
That's right.
Hooray! Thank you, gentlemen, thank you. And prepare bottles and glasses as I am doing right now. Because the time has come to open the champagne.
Yippee!
Ha ha ha! We did it! We did it! Yippee! And now, ladies and gentlemen, without offense to anyone, I still think that the first glass deserves the engineer, Bestie Lou, our buddy roller.
Right, engineers.
Well said.
Bravo, bravo, buddy, congratulations. You are as accurate as a Swiss watch. The first glass is coming for our toast. Did you hear me, buddy? I said that we have prepared the first glass for you. The first glass from the bottle.
But what's wrong, buddy? Are you okay?
He's surely dead tired.
Yes, however, he was exposed to enormous effort and stress.
That's right, and he also had a great responsibility on his back.
Come on, buddy. Get down, friend. You were excellent. I repaid to you, and everything went in the best possible order. And you inside, honorary travelers, where the hell are you?
The journey is over. You have arrived at Buji Sky Station.
Baker Stanovich. Damn it, why aren't they answering?
They probably fell asleep.
That's all we needed. Private detectives whose employer found them sleeping.
And if so, maybe you could have their salary, engineer.
Yes, you can do that, engineer. Because these two are really sleeping.
What, the devil take them now? I'll wake them up and you'll see what a wake-up call it will be. Irene Baker and Jerry Stanovich, if you have any other business option up your sleeve, it's time to reach for it. Because your career as private detectives has just ended. Heavenly powers. Hey you, this is blood. 100 demons. These wretches are dead.
Curse!
1,000 scalps. Dead. How dead?
Maybe they caught a cold holding open winters on mountain passes and...
Don't talk nonsense, Chico.
Judging by the wounds, they were killed with knives.
With knives or spears?
You think it's about an Indian attack?
That's the first hypothesis that comes to mind, but I'm not really convinced of it. Namely, there are no visible traces of conflict on the wagon, and what surprises me most is that these unfortunates didn't even have time to pull out their revolvers.
But who could the mysterious killer be then? I gave clear and strict instructions that no one else should board the train.
That doesn't mean a thing, Robson. There is always a possibility that someone clammed inside on some steep part, where the composition was forced to slow down. The truth is, when passing through mountain gorges, it's child's play to jump from a rock onto the roof of a wagon gut. After all, this technique was very often used by train robbers.
There is only one way to find out more about all this. We must talk to Buddy. Buddy, where is Buddy? It can be known where.
There he is, Endir Loué. The doctor is examining him.
Places move aside, people.
Buddy, how are you feeling, Buddy?
Okay, guys, take him to the ambulance.
Hey, wait a moment, I have to ask him a question.
I'm sorry, Endir, but you'll have to postpone all your questions for another time. Namely, in the brain of that poor guy, there is complete confusion, and you wouldn't be able to get a single meaningful word out of him. It is God's punishment. Just repeat those words. It is God's punishment.
Damn it, what could have happened to him?
Yes? What could he have done so terribly?
Well, that's not my job anymore, gentlemen, but I will do my best to cure him. In addition, the law or the local representative of the Blue Sky Company will have to take care of discovering the causes that led to such trauma. Goodbye, Engineer, and again I repeat that you are free to say hello to the intention of examining my patient.
Okay, doctor.
Mientras tanto, Zagor examina detalladamente el tren.
PIH, unbelievable.
So?
There are no traces. Rob is one I really don't know what to tell you. Unbelievable. Do you at least have some idea what could have happened?
Frankly. Well, yes, when I think about it, a doubt is in me. But come, this is not a suitable place for a conversation.
Un poco después.
And if you don't leave the bag with $20,000 at the designated place, none of your trains will be able to cover the route from Sterling to Blue Sky. Signature altar.
Caramba and Carambita. What a strange name.
Altar.
And it's not so strange since in one ancient European language.
Latin. That unintelligible language that Catholic priests speak in churches.
That's right, Chico. And it is really incredible that the little Latin I learned during my schooling helped me remember the meaning of the word garden.
Yultor. So it means avenger, but who is he avenging and why?
Well, I already have no idea, Zagor. And frankly, I must admit that this letter didn't worry me too much when I found it on my window the day before yesterday morning. Namely, after I read it, I immediately attributed it to some cheap scoundrel. And therefore, without paying too much attention to that, I gave the order that the composition be followed by only 2 private detectives.
So help me all the mustaches of my family. And the result is that both of them were stabbed.
Damn it, am I to blame for that? They were the best professionals in Sterling, and they allowed themselves to be surprised. And believe me, now I really don't know what to do. Here, what would you do if you were in my play? Would you maybe send a military battalion because of some unclear threat from some chicken thief?
Calm down, Robson. I didn't intend to blame you for what happened. Not even in a dream.
Truth, caramba, and carambita. Especially since we are not yet sure that these two events, the threat and the attack, are even connected.
Curse!
1,000 scalps what?
Zagor. Robson se levanta velozmente. Y se acercan a la ventana rota. Pero en la calle no se fijan en absolutamente nadie.
1,000 scalps who can be such an idiot to have fun throwing rocks.
Of what stone? Someone here is using the well-known style of drunky duck and sending mail at the expense of miserable people like me. Caramba and carambita, this resteered letter, or whatever it is, fell right on my head.
A letter. But what the devil are you talking about?
TJAHA. Look, Zagor, a message is wrapped around this brick.
Curse. Let me see, Chico. Something tells me that it is. It's about the same thing. Of course, damn it, the handwriting is identical. Listen to what it says to Engineer Robin. You are responsible for the first innocent blood that was spilled because you didn't believe us. We offer you one more last chance to fulfill our requirements, or we will otherwise destroy the fruits of your months of work. Leave the bag with $20,000 at the foot of the dried oak tree located on Fremont Hill west of Blue Sky Station. If you fulfill the stated requirement by midnight tomorrow, our vengeful wrath will strike even more fiercely. Signed, Alter.
Yes, you, Lord?
This message, if nothing else, reveals who killed those private detectives.
The truth, but it still leaves us in complete darkness regarding the identity of that mysterious guy. For example, is it about some lonely outlaw or a well-organized gang? Maybe it's about someone who lives here together with hundreds of other people who have settled around the construction site. Or is it perhaps hiding in some natural hiding place along the railroad track?
Damn it, anyway. One thing is certain, I can't make such an important decision alone. And besides, here I do not have at my disposal that insane amount that is mentioned in the letter. I have no choice but to go immediately to the starting station in Sterling and talk about all this with the investors in this project.
I understand it's a rather long journey. And if you go there, you will not be able to meet the time ultimatum that bastard set for you.
Yes, but I simply have to expose myself to that risk, of course. I will take all necessary precautions and place a decent number of volunteers. 100 demons. I'd really like to see if that mysterious altar will have the courage to appear when a gun barrel will be poking out of every window. And it is also clear that I would feel more safe if you were also on that train, my friends.
I'm sorry, but I can't accept your proposal, Robson. This case should be solved with the help of the authorities and the sheriff from Sterling. While I am very worried about what is happening with the Munsee tribe who live in the Catskill Mountains. Muek, their chief, sent me a mother message, and I am sincerely convinced that my presence will be much more useful to those poor people than a nimble and organized guy like you.
If you think so, then I won't dare to contradict you, Zagor. But that doesn't prevent you from covering at least part of the way together with us on the train. You see, if you get off here in Sunset Canyon, it will be easier for you to get to the nearest road that leads to the area where the Lunseshi live. And passing through here in less than 2 days, you will reach your Indian friends.
Scalps, you are right. And when it is so, we will gladly join you when we leave.
TJI.
After everything that happened, it won't be easy to persuade people to board the train, but I hope I'll manage to persuade them by noon.
Excellent. In that case, my friend and I will even have time to get a good night's sleep.
This. To sleep like this on an empty stomach You know well that the doctor obeyed me to.
Okay, Terbanjo. I understood.
I understood too, Chico. Go to the tent that represents our own saloon, and just mention me. There they will offer you some delicacies that were kept for the celebration of the opening of the railroad. The celebration which is now, because of that damned altar, postponed until who knows when.
Al día siguiente.
You sit down there, friend. You better take a position by that window. And you stand there, that way you will be able to keep an eye on the entire side of the wagon.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you that when you mentioned a train full of people armed to the teeth, I expected something completely different from this.
Damn it! I am as disappointed as you are with the results of my search for volunteers, Zagor. But unfortunately, that is our reality. The people from Blue Sky were not so shocked by the liquidation of those detectives as by the mysterious circumstances under which it happened. And therefore I'm not surprised that only this handful of good guys agreed to come with us.
Nonsense. Cowardice is never justified. Robson, and I'm surprised that a guy like you hasn't found a way to.
Hey, we're slowing down.
What?
Damn it, true. What's happening, Robson?
But I have no idea. Now we should be not far from the bridge on White Creek. But there is no reason here for the engineer to slow down.
Slow down. Well, we're practically stopped. By all the drums of Darkwood, let's go to the locomotive, Robson.
Be careful, guys. Open your eyes wide.
Don't worry, engineer.
Forward.
What's happening, engineer? Are we stopping?
Look through that window.
Zagor abre de par en par la puerta del vagón central.
What?
1,000 scalps.
He won't.
They unhooked her.
But why damn it, did that idiot of an engineer do that? Jeffrey, stop, Jeffrey. Curse you, Jeffrey, stop.
It's in vain, Robson. He doesn't hear you anymore.
What got into him? He left us here as if...
Look, Robson.
Curse, what's happening? This is enough to drive you crazy, but where is that idiot Jeffrey going? No! Jane.
Jeffrey!
Heavenly powers, this is terrible.
Someone destroyed the bridge.
Yes, and they obviously uncoupled our wagons, thinking that this will also be a sufficiently convincing lesson for us.
But how did they manage to climb onto the locomotive, engineer?
Damn it, and how do I know?
Curse. There was an armed man with the engineer.
The man on the roof. That's who can tell us.
Of course, Buster. Buster? Where did Buster disappear?
Well, he should have come down from above.
Well, I didn't see him.
And we don't see him on the roof.
Care.
1,000 scalps.
Con un salto hábil, Zagor sube al techo del vagón, donde le espera una terrible sorpresa.
All my drums of Darkwood. Your Buster is here, people, and God forbid it isn't. He's dead. They killed him, Robson.
Killed. But how?
And who the hell did this?
Damn it!
Carambita!
They killed him more or less the same way as those detectives of yours, Robson. Take him, and be careful, his back is disfigured by some cold weapon, a knife, or maybe a spear.
Curse!
Obviously, he was attacked suddenly from behind, so he didn't even have time to react.
But this is absurd! None of us moved from the window even for a moment, and if someone had gotten so close that they could jump on the train, we would have noticed him.
I'm sorry, people, but it's obvious that some of you have let your attention slip for a few minutes. Because the mysterious enemy, has nevertheless managed to climb onto the roof of the wagon completely unnoticed.
Curse, I can't believe it.
Yeah, me neither. I strained my eyes to exhaustion and kept looking out.
You and Les the mysterious attacker should be sought among us.
What, have we already gone so far as to suspect each other? Curse, you've gone crazy, stranger. Engineer Robson knows very well that we are all honest people. It's true, Chico.
These guys have been working together for months, and I know them like they are my brothers.
Fi and we've had each other constantly in sight throughout the whole journey. Exactly, none of us could leave their play without anyone else noticing.
In that case, the mystery is now even bigger, and I really wouldn't want to be in the shoes of the sheriff or detectives who will have to deal with it.
By Jupiter. You mean that despite all this that has happened, you will still leave your old friend to his fate?
Well, I just want to say that I will first fulfill my previous obligation to the Muak Mills. And then if I see that they are not in any serious trouble, I will return to Sterling to see if I can still help you in any way.
So your decision is final, Zagor.
Yes, Robson, as I already told you, those poor Indians could be in trouble that is even bigger than yours.
Well, okay, and since it's like that, we have no choice but to continue on foot to Sterling. There are enough of us. We are well armed, so we don't have to fear any unpleasant surprises. And then, when we get there, we will decide what and how to proceed.
It seems that is the only logical decision. Of course, there's no need to point out that we will all feel a huge relief when we see you again, Zagor. I will give it my all, Robson. You have my word. Let's go, Chico. We will cut through towards the Muncie territory this way.
Hasta alle vista, amigos, and good luck.
Goodbye, friends, and good luck to you. Come on, guys. Take your weapons, bullets, and all the food you can carry. A long hike awaits us.
Engineers immediately.
See you, Zagor, and don't forget us.
Don't worry, see you. The poor fellows' months of work went up in smoke. Because of some scum.
Yes, really terrible.
Unfortunately, progress attracts not only well-meaning pioneers like Robson, but also corrupt vermin like. Yes, like who is the scum who acts in such an unusual and mysterious way?
It won't be easy to find out. Although something occurs to me, and I am almost certain that I am right.
Watch out, and may I hear about it too, provided it's not about some secret of yours.
Of course you can. After all, I am surprised that you, considering how much you pretend to know everything, didn't think of that yourself.
Okay, I turned into an ear, Chico, and please introduce me to that great discovery of yours.
Well, that's at least simple, my young and naive friend there. Namely, there is certainly some old enemy of ours at play here. Someone we know well, one of our most dangerous opponents. A man who has given us huge headaches.
Watch out. And who is that someone? Maybe Professor Hellingen.
Stupid! Do you think that smart guy would be satisfied with a train robbery like some third-rate robber? No. It's about someone less dangerous. But by no means should he be underestimated. About the Invisible Man.
1,000 scalps. When I think about it, your idea is so stupid, Chico. Jim Kelly or Major Parker could have escaped from prison.
Clear, simple.
And maybe some more doses of Professor Very Bad's famous serum remain preserved without our knowledge.
Exactly there. What did I tell you? The brain is for thinking, son. Remember that.
By all the drums of Darkwood. If things really stand like that, Robson and the authorities from Sterling will have hell of a problem to catch him. Let's go, Chico. I want to talk to Miwok as soon as possible and solve his problem in the shortest possible time. PIHL. if the Invisible Man is really in action again. We alone know the weak points and how to make him harmless. Hurry, Tribon Joe, every minute can be precious.
Ah! Damn it, wait, Zagor, curse not so fast. Damn it. Puff, something's cursed. Moment, pant, when I reveal to you what it's really about, Puff. Hey, Zagor. Wait, I have to whisper something in your ear.
What and why have you gone crazy?
Wait a moment and you will understand why I am so secretive. And who says that the Invisible Man stayed with Robson and the others down on the track? What if he decided to follow us and is now only a few steps away from us? Couldn't you be here next to that cactus? Or maybe sitting on that stone? Or leaned against this tree? But now I'll take care of that damned guy. Because if he's near us, I'll tear him to pieces. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this.
Oh no! Calm down, Chico, calm down for God's sake.
Totalmente inmune a las constantes quejas de su pequeño amigo, Zagor continúa caminando imponiendo un ritmo furioso, que pronto se muestra muy efectivo, es decir, al día siguiente al anochecer. Después de que se apoderaron de la presa. Arriba.
Come on, Tirabon Joe, if I'm not mistaken, we're already near our goal.
Nuestros héroes llegan cerca del claro en el que, en su primera llegada a las montañas, el pueblo de los Munse de los Miwok estaba ubicado.
Of scalps.
Carambita! But there's no one here.
The village is completely desolate and abandoned. But this is really strange, the tents are in such a state. It seems as if they all left in a huge hurry.
Cheech, you think they left a long time ago?
We will find the answer here, among the remains of food and traces of their small daily activities.
Y mientras el color púrpura del crepúsculo contribuye aún más al ambiente inquietante del duro paisaje de montaña. De repente comienza a soplar un viento helado, agitando los restos del pueblo como fantasmas espeluznantes.
My God, what is going to happen here?
The devil take me if I can guess, my friend, but what is quite certain? It is that poor Muwok left here in a great hurry. And this abandoned tool proves it best. Pieg, no Indian would leave behind all these items that are so precious to him in everyday life.
So help me all the mustaches of my family. You are absolutely right, Zagor.
But one other detail worries me more, Chico. Judging by the traces and a pile of other things, I can safely say that the Munsi have left long ago, even several months ago, while the Miwok's message reached us only about 12 days ago. In short, why did Miwok call me here if he left here a long time ago? Who knows where?
Karamba and Karambita. Good question, Zagor. In short, you want to say that even in this mystery, could an invisible man have his fingers in it?
If only I knew the answer to that question. Something strange, something unnatural, has happened here. And the atmosphere that now reigns among these ruins brings into me some unclear, hard-to-describe feeling of danger. And you know very well, my friend, that my instinct rarely deceives me in such cases.
Good heavens! Since we're on the subject, I'm getting more and more chills watching the darkness fall. And to such an extent that I suggest we leave here immediately and dude...
Don't talk nonsense. We will do the exact opposite and spend the night here. And tomorrow, as soon as dawn breaks, we will try to find traces to discover where the new Munsi village is located.
But it's a little too windy here, Zagor. Don't you feel that? I really wouldn't want you to catch a cold, or worse, get pneumonia. Therefore, I suggest we go to a more sheltered place and...
Enough talk, Mexican. I must think and try to understand what's going on here, and I feel that I will only succeed if I fully immerse myself in the atmosphere of this place. And as for your cold, there will be no risk of that if you help me light a fire.
All right. As usual, I have no choice but to obey you. Mama! Help! Did you hear them? Those are the specters of Zagor. Or rather, no, they are certainly witches. Or wishy-wall. The vampire returned. And now he has come to avenge. I'll keep him far from here. Now I know all the tricks. I am a specialist for vampires. Vade retro, Satan. You see, nothing more is heard. Yes, it was him, but fortunately, the cross represents an excellent defense against vampires.
Luego, la fatiga acumulada, sin embargo, supera toda preocupación y miedo y nuestros héroes finalmente pudieron permitirse un descanso merecido. Pero solo después de que tomaron ciertas medidas de precaución. Una relacionada con el frío y las bestias. Y la otra relacionada con un posible ataque de vampiros. A medida que pasan las horas, el viento amengua hacia la medianoche. El silencio solo se ve alterado por el ligero crepitar del fuego. Hasta el punto de que el sonido de una piedra desprendida. Suficiente para despertar a Zagor.
1,000 scalps. It seems to me that someone is approaching us. It could be an animal, but... That stone seemed too big for a mouse or something similar to move it. So now I hear other noises too. And they could perfectly understand that it was a matter of footsteps. 1,000 scalps. Someone is approaching us. And since he moves so cautiously so as not to wake us, it is clear that his intentions may be friendly. There he is, I can perfectly see his outline now, but I still can't figure out if it's a white man or an Indian. But the answer, and on that he asks, I will get it soon.
Pasan unos momentos más angustiosos durante los cuales Zagor permanece completamente inmóvil. Todos los sentidos. Y luego, lentamente, imperceptiblemente, su mano se desliza hacia el mango del hacha. Mientras a través de las cazcas entreabierta, sus ojos no dejan de seguir por un momento el movimiento de la sombra misteriosa que se le acerca con cuidado.
Come on, friend. Come closer, come freely. Ooh, just a few more steps and I'll show you that it's not so easy to catch old Zagor sleeping. Now.
Sorprendido por la rápida reacción de Zagor, el misterioso visitante se queda por un momento como petrificado. Y luego, cuando decide intentar encontrar salvación en la fuga, ya es demasiado tarde. Porque el espíritu con el hacha se abalanza sobre él hábilmente como un gato.
Mommy! Help! What's happening? Vade retro, Satan!
And now don't move, friend, or I'll hit you on the head with this next time and not with my fist.
Saint Anthony the Hermit, save me! Saint Anthony the Hermit, save me!
Stop wailing, Chico.
Are you still alive, Zagor, a vamp?
What the devil, vampire? In my hands I have a man of flesh and blood, or rather, he is so thin that I would rather say that it is a bag of bones. Basically, our friend wanted to surprise us in our sleep. Come on, bring me a torch immediately. 1,000 scalps in this damn darkness, I can't even see his face. It is very clear that it is about an Indian.
But it could be about an Indian vampire, and
Enough, Chico. Immediately do what I told you, or I'll bite you on that neck that you care so much about. Clear?
yes, of course. Of course. I'll give in to that violent behavior of yours, Zagor. Damn it, course. Here, Zagori, you?
1,000 scalps. Old MLNC.
You are Muncie, aren't you? Yes, my name is Sareka. I lived here. Together with the strong Gaz of his brothers, we were happy. And now I am alone and I'm cold. Very cold. The wind is now blowing even harder since everyone else left. Allow me to get a little closer to the fire, young paleface, and give me something to eat, please. For days my old legs have not allowed me to go in search of food and...
Come, Sareka. We don't have much choice of food, but even a little dried meat will be better than nothing.
You are good. And I didn't want to harm you, believe me, fire. Your fire attracted my attention. And that's why I came down from my hiding place up among the rocks, where I spend my days. Hey,
Inuit is he Sareka.
The heavenly spirit, of course. A spirit that ruthlessly descends from the clouds and then mercilessly attacks.
Mom! I told you, Zagor. I told you nicely that it's about a vampire. Everyone knows that those demonic sons can turn into bats.
Stop, Chico. Is it possible that you still haven't understood that this poor guy has completely gone crazy? Probably his brothers, according to an old Indian custom, left him to his fate because he was no longer able to walk.
What cruelty!
Unfortunately, such a cruel fate is intended for all the old and sick, in many primitive communities, friend. But Sareka, tell me where the rest of the Muncie are, and why did they leave the village?
Wow. They are far from here, young friend. They are now very far away. 4 or even 5 months have passed since Miwok went to the eternal hunting grounds and since panic gripped the souls of all the Muncie.
Mowak is dead.
What? But that's not possible. If we got that message 2 weeks ago, we're not able to.
I know, Chico, and the same thing occurred to me. And that's exactly what we have to try to find out, provided we can even believe the sick mind of this poor guy here. But are you sure about what you're saying? Are you sure that Moywak, your chief, is dead? I am his great friend, and I came here to help him.
Unfortunately, you will not see him anymore. Because only bones remained of him, which are at the bottom of the stream that flows not far from the top. It was there that the spirit of heaven threw his body, and Miwok was a good chief, the best of all. Without him and without his wisdom, we all suddenly felt completely unprotected and vulnerable. And that's why the others fled so quickly. That's why they left old people like Hyadar Konakor and me here. But now both Hyadar is dead and Konakor the spirit found them, one then the other. But not me. Me cannot be surprised. I am more clever than him. I never leave my hiding place, even when the sun warms the rocks and when I feel like I'm going to suffocate from the heat. Hee. I never go out in the open, so I never feel hunger grip my belly, because I know that he always lies in wait up there. He circles the sky in wide circles, as falcons do in search of prey. And therefore I must go now. I must hide before daylight allows him to notice me. Because I am sure that he is up there at this moment. He circles, and looks for me.
Calm down, friend. Come on, calm down. Nothing will happen to you as long as you are with us. I guarantee it. Come on, tell us how your chief died. Tell us what happened.
I already told you, Paleface, the celestial spirit punished him. He punished him because he didn't want to give him 10 young men that he demanded from him.
10 young men, 1,000 scalps. I'm going crazy from this damn story. Why did they want those young men? And who was talking to the sky spirit? Who saw him?
Everyone, we all saw him. And when the Miwok did not want to submit, he grabbed him and then soared high towards the sky. W-A-H. There he is, coming for me.
Caramba and carambita.
He saw me, he wants to catch me, help.
1,000 scalps. But what?
It's him.
Calm down, Serica. It's just bats.
A bat. Oh no! Then we really have to deal with a vampire.
It's the celestial spirit.
Stop, 1,000 drums, watch what you're doing.
It's him.
Serica, no. Not that way.
It's him.
Watch out, Serica. No and no.
It's him, it's the celestial spirit.
Desafortunadamente, la advertencia de Zagor llega demasiado tarde. Así como un intento desesperado de atrapar al viejo indio, quien, asustado por la aparición de un mamífero volador, no se da cuenta del abismo que se aproxima. ¿En qué momento después de una manera trágica, termina su fuga?
Carambita!
Oh no. Poor guy, I really didn't expect this.
What a terrible end.
Go to hell. Devil!
Caramba and carambita. This beast was not guilty of anything.
You are right, Chico, when I think about it. You are right.
Tell me honestly, Zagor, what do you think? Is the story of that poor guy entirely the product of his disturbed mind?
I don't know, Chico. Or to be more precise, common sense tells me not to believe a single word of his story. But my instinct and that mysterious feeling that haunts me tell me that something supernatural is happening here, mysterious.
After all, if it is true that Miwok has been dead for so long, who sent us that message to Fort Pitt?
Yes, that is the most important question. You know what, Chico, for now we will have to give up on the agreed meeting with Engineer Robson. The mystery that hovers over the fate of the Miwok and their mills is too disturbing for us to leave it unresolved. Even at the cost of having to cross half of America, we will follow the traces of the tribe. And sooner or later we will find the place they have chosen for their new residence. 1,000 scalps. God grant that the news of Miwok's death was just the product of the imagination of that unfortunate old man.
Let's hope so, Zagor. Let's hope so.
Totalmente sumidos en los pensamientos más oscuros, los dos amigos esperan el amanecer. Y luego, cuando la luz del sol ya había iluminado triunfalmente cada cima de la zona de flanco, lentamente comienzan a verificar las huellas que después de tanto tiempo todavía están en el suelo. Y luego revelan un camino donde hay huellas visibles del paso de un mayor número de personas. De vez en cuando, a lo largo del camino, algunos detalles confirman a Zagor la exactitud de sus suposiciones. Y así nuestros héroes continúan caminando incansablemente durante 2 horas. Testigo, durante un corto descanso al pie de una cima.
Is it the 100th Zagor?
I don't know, a strange foreboding bothers me. I feel my hair standing on end on the back of my neck. As if someone is watching today, an enemy or a beast. 1,000 scalps.
No! Zagor, you see? Do you see it too?
Emitiendo un grito penetrante como un ave de presa, la increíble criatura ataca a los dos amigos petrificados por la sorpresa. Mientras en sus manos brilla la horrible punta metálica de la lanza.
Mommy!
Get out of the way, Chico. Watch out.
But I can't move my legs. I can't move.
Demasiado tarde.
Ah!
1,000 scalps. Now the words of that poor Sirach become perfectly clear to me.
The devil take you, damned monster. Come on, come down here if you have the courage, and I'll throw you back into the hell that vomited you out. May I be called Zagor?
Chico, my friend. Answer me, Chico. Come to your senses. 1,000 scalps. Damn it, the poor guy took a strong hit. Fortunately, that monster only hit him with a rude spear, as if it didn't intend to kill him on purpose.
I swear. Ah!
Curse unless I let myself be surprised like the last fool. But the gun is, fortunately, still here.
Zagor se lanza con un salto de gato hacia el arma. Pero una mano se abate del cielo más rápido que la suya.
Well, demon son, I will face you even without a revolver if that's what you want. Come on, come back, I challenge you, monster. Have you heard me, Zagor 10A, the spirit with the axe, is not afraid and challenges you to a duel. Of scalps.
Nice catch, brother.
Yes, like when we were fishing not far from our home.
And what the devil is happening now? Who?
Más furioso, Zagor se libera en la densa red. No se liberaría de alguna manera. Pero antes de que logre su intención, una sombra comienza a dibujarse en el suelo. Y el hombre volador concluye su caída con un golpe de una lanza descarada que sostiene en sus manos.
Oh. You damn.
Okay, friend, you did a great job, but now we'll take care of him.
Did you understand? Now we're taking him over.
You can go back to the nest. To the nest, understand me. Feel free to go back to the nest. Damn it, you know what I'm gonna tell you, Tibbs, that monster may be a great ally, but I still can't get used to dealing with him.
You tell me, Vogella. Whenever I tell him something, I think it's impossible for him to understand me. And not to mention how I feel when he watches me with those eyes of a bird of prey, I constantly feel like sooner or later he will jump on me and rip my belly with that spear of his.
Well, the most important thing is that this unusual coexistence of ours lasts as little as possible. After we do the intended jobs, we will have enough money to go to Boston, Chicago, or New York. And finally, let's say goodbye to him as well as to these damned regions in which we have lived for years without managing to put aside even $100.
I'm really happy at the thought of New York, Vogella. Come on, let's get to work.
Yes, let's tie up the prisoners before they come to their senses. Let the fat one go. He won't cause us any problems. First, we must tie up this demon, about whose abilities I've heard so much that I'm already sick of it.
TJAH! Judging by how he was in the clash with Alter, the mute didn't seem so dangerous as they had described him to us.
Don't talk nonsense. It doesn't happen to people every day to meet a flying man. And we need to be surprised, therefore, that initial surprise has led to a subordinate position.
You are right about that. And I'll admit that my blood ran cold when I heard him let out that strained call.
TJHA, that's just one more reason to tighten the knots, my friend. Come on and don't skimp on the rope.
Don't worry, even his strong muscles won't be enough for him to break free. Hey, that damn guy is still circling above our heads.
Yes, obviously the boss doesn't have much trust in us, so he ordered him to be our additional companion.
Unos minutos después, un extraño grupo sube por los empinados senderos de la montaña. Y en el momento en que Zagor comienza lentamente a recuperarse, por su cabeza ya pasan 1000 pensamientos.
1,000 scalps. And who are the Sadavi, for God's sake? And that monster from earlier, where the hell did it come from, damn it? And what do they intend to do with me? Why didn't they kill me?
Don't struggle so much, you monkey, the devil take you.
Damn it, because of you, we're just gonna waste a bunch more time. Put him to sleep again, Vojile.
With pleasure. Sleep well, friend.
No, don't.
Oh.
Negrura. La negrura más oscura vuelve a cubrir los ojos del espíritu con el hacha. Oscuridad total que se disipa solo mucho tiempo después en la penumbra de una cueva. Y cuando finalmente levanta la mirada hacia la entrada, observa una extraña figura que se perfila con los rayos del sol poniente.
Welcome, Zagor EN. Welcome, soul with an axe. I've been waiting for you.
Mimi, you waited for me.
Yes, exactly. You, and for too long, endless years.
2 years. But I don't understand. Who the hell are you?
Ha ha ha!
Get away from that damn light. Show me your face. 1,000 scalps.
Okay, it seems the time has really come for that Zagor. Here, one step forward, slowly like that. And then one more. Of course, when we last saw each other, my legs were in much better condition. And my face was already quite disfigured even then. Do you remember him? Do you remember my face, Lord of Darkwood?
Scalps, Stevens.
Yes, Ben Stevens.
But it's not possible. You ended up in that ravine. I saw it with my own eyes. That giant eagle couldn't hold on.
You are right, my weight was too great, even for the exceptional abilities of that eagle. And you rightly considered me dead. I really should have died in the waters and among the rocks of that stream. But you see, fate is capricious and sometimes knows how to play with us. And I am a living example of its unpredictable whims. Ha 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 ha!
Unbelievable. This is really unbelievable.
Frankly, I was also sure that I was finished that time.
E incluso durante la caída, apenas tuve tiempo y maldito. Cuando ese buen pájaro al que me había aferrado de repente logró dar la vuelta inesperadamente. Con una fuerza inimaginable, Ayala extendió sus grandes alas y comenzó a batirlas frenéticamente. Por supuesto, mi peso le impidió mantener la altura, pero al menos detuvo la caída por unos momentos. Que luego continuó, pero con mucha menos fuerza. Y tanto, que, en el momento en que caí en el agua helada del arroyo, el impacto no fue tan mortal como lo habría sido seguro si ella no se hubiera involucrado. Y mientras Ayala sacudía sus alas empapadas de agua, La corriente violenta me agarró, aturdido. Que, a pesar de toda esa espuma de agua, a través de una red de acantilados escarpados, me arrastró río abajo. Y luego, después de un golpe violento, perdí completamente el conocimiento.
When I opened my eyes again and know that it was only after 3 days, I found myself in an unexpected situation.
Good morning, brother.
But where am I, for God's sake, and who are you?
From many cliffs that are located a few steps from the stream from which my friend Maka and I pulled you out a few days ago. And my real name is no longer important. And you can call me by the new name I gave myself, Prometheus. Prometheus in an old European language, Greek. That's the name of a mythological figure who dared to challenge the gods by trying to create a new species of humans. And that's exactly what I intend to be, the creator of a new human race. Races of intelligent, sentient creatures that are capable of coexistence without resorting to violence and war. I want to create a race of people in whose hearts and minds only feelings of tolerance and justice are instilled.
Ah! You are obviously dreaming of Prometheus!
Nonsense. I am not a madman, good man, but a scientist. For years I treated the wounded in military hospitals around the world, and I know very well what I'm talking about. During the last bloody battle in the war against the English, my final rebellion matured and I decided that, after years of trying to heal human bodies, I would now try to intervene on their consciences and souls. That's why I came here, to the Catskill Mountains. And I am here patiently, from month to month, from journey to journey, pretending to be one of the many gold seekers. I managed to bring up here, without attracting too much attention, all the material I needed for my research. And the results? Well, the results came soon, at least as far as experiments with animals are concerned. Moreover, if you wish, I will gladly show you something unique in the world.
Curse, of course I want to!
No, slowly wait, you must not move now. There is one sad thing I have to tell you, and it will not be easy for me at all. Your left leg, was in a terrible condition, and you were threatened with gangrene from which you would certainly die. And therefore I had to amputate it.
No! No! Bah! No! No! Zagor, curse be until the end of life! Curse be ya! You will pay for this, Zagor! I will not calm down until I avenge all the humiliations and suffering you have caused me! Fortunately, that frightening wound healed quickly and I was able to move, thanks to the crutch that Prometheus made for me. Enough for me to reach the nearby pen where an incredible surprise awaited me.
Well, what do you say?
I swear!
What did I tell you, Stevens? Isn't it really incredible? See, my good Maka every day provides fresh meat to those wild cats who, after my intervention, patiently wait for their food, just like my house cat did. And even when we left them to starve, it didn't occur to them to satisfy their hunger by devouring their unprotected co-inhabitants in this captivity.
Fantastic! Absolutely fantastic!
Yes, this result would astound many smart people at all the world's universities. If my serum has the same effect on humans, future generations will never again think that an argument can be solved with violence.
And so instead of wars, we will only have friendly negotiations between countries, right?
That's it. That's exactly my ultimate goal, Stevens.
That's really a magnificent plan, Prometheus, but I draw your attention to the fact that... Ayala! 100 demons! Ayala is alive! Ha 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 ha! Come, my friend! You can't imagine how happy I am to see you again!
But Elijah, no.
So come closer! Come closer freely! Don't be afraid! He is a friend! I was convinced that you died in that terrifying fall when you sacrificed yourself for me! Ha 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 ha! But you are alive! You're still alive! So am I heir! My faithful friend, me I heir! Now that we're together again, I know that sooner or later we will manage to avenge ourselves on that damn Zagor! And I will make sure that you will be the tool of my revenge! I promise you!
But I don't understand what.
Ha ha ha! Now the time has come for me to amaze you a little, Prometheus! Namely, as you see, I too, although in a much more modest way, managed to change the strong limitations that nature imposed on people. And I established an incredible relationship with this bird and with numerous flocks similar to it, which unfortunately perished in events that I do not want to remember now. For months, Ayala and her friends were the only creatures with whom I shared my solitude among the peaks of this inaccessible area, and their dedication significantly eased my suffering.
By Jupiter, you don't want to tell me that you even managed to talk to these birds.
Well, those weren't really deep conversations. But we managed to recognize a certain number of voices that allowed us to transmit some basic messages. Is my Ayala so faithful?
Fantastic, really fantastic. Yes, it's a real pity that these good birds were not given the gift of speech. What wonderful friends and helpers they would be to people who... Heavenly powers, my old project.
Pardon? What project are you talking about, Prometheus?
Angelic Legions. It's one of my former seemingly crazy inspirations that I remembered again after seeing your Ayala. Namely, I am of the opinion that in this new human and gentle society that I have imagined, the figure of the guardian of justice also had to be a very important element. And who could be more effective than the angel of vengeance, whose figure has been transmitted for centuries, both in the Holy Scriptures and in folk tradition. Imagine, Stevens, a legion of flying people, like archangels Michael and Gabriel, who can move without spatial limitations and rush to help anyone who needs it.
Just a moment, Prometheus! Just a moment! Now I'm a little confused. You are talking about people with false wings that...
No, not Stevens. Not with fake wings. Then with right, wings grafted onto their bodies that turn them into hybrid, wonderful creatures.
All saints! Now I'm starting to think you're a little...
Crazy. That's the word you wanted to use, right? Okay, then I'll tell you that the madman standing before you just a few years ago achieved an incredible success by transplanting the wings of a sparrow onto a mouse.
CORAZÓN EN, and the result of that crossing was a terrifying creature?
Yes, alive and flying. Moreover, it was so lively that after 2 days it flew out the window and disappeared with a splash.
100 demons!
But before I managed to repeat my triumphant experiment, war broke out, and after being recruited I was again occupied with much sadder tasks. And besides that, as I already told you at the end of that great slaughter, the crisis had to direct me towards completely different goals. But now that I've seen this giant predator, I think its wingspan could also bear the weight of a man. And considering your ability to communicate with her and those like her, You could give me some information that I could never get to.
Flying man, I really can't believe in that Tombleby, but of course if this madman succeeds in his intention. Curse, if it really works, I will have an incredible weapon in my hands, a weapon that I could use for any goal. I would surprise the whole world. And among the goals would be my revenge. Not even a damned man like Zagor will be able to do anything against such an opponent.
Are you there, Stevens? Are you still thinking about my madness?
No, Prometheus, I was just thinking a little. But come, let's talk a little in peace about your idea. I mean, your angelic legion.
Of course, Stevens.
In the days that followed, Promethe and I were developing the whole project, exchanging with enthusiasm stories about our experiences. And then the great decision was made. We decided to carry out a fantastic experiment.
Es decir, gracias a la ayuda de Ayalino, quien trajo a sus hermanos y hermanas a una especie de jaula. Pronto logramos capturar muchas águilas que, desafortunadamente, estaban destinadas a ser asesinadas. Pero los tendones y las plumas de sus alas permitieron a Prometeo hacer alas de grandes dimensiones dignas de rapaces gigantes.
Then all that remained for us was to find a human being who would be suitable for this unusual transplant. We needed someone who wouldn't be too heavy, and at the same time have a strong enough muscle structure to be able to wave the wings that will be transplanted onto his back. Promethe's assistant, Sabi, silent, withdrawn and quite capable, an intelligent Indian, began spying on the only Indian village that was in the area.
The village of the Muak Emalensi.
Exactly, it was really about the village of the same Miwok, whose son I had kidnapped during our first meeting.
Pero, mientras tanto, yo también encontré dos valiosos ayudantes. Es decir, un día, mientras me bañaba en las aguas del arroyo.
Okay, friend, feel free to splash in the water. And continue to perform your personal hygiene, and nothing bad will happen to you.
Curse butt! Who the hell are you, and what does that pointed weapon mean?
Well, that means we'll search your clothes a little bit.
And that we will open a hole in your head at the slightest sign of rebellion.
Watch out, and what do you think I should defend the pitiable $3? They are yours, guys, but please share them without arguing. It's $1.50 per head. Hey, this is really the heist of the century. You will enter history.
Damn it, but...
Don't listen to him, Bojali. He's definitely bluffing. He's trying to buy time. Curse it, he's surely a gold seeker, and I bet his pockets aren't as empty as he claims. Come on, search his damn pants.
Ha! Evil faces and pointed pistols for $3. It would be more profitable to rob a church and steal the collection box, believe me.
Shut up, damn you. Dibs, you damn baldy. I told you the truth. There are only 3 coins inside here.
Curse! That means the loot is held somewhere else, maybe in his cabin, which is probably nearby. You know what, Baldy? Now you will nicely come out of the stagecoach and take us to your house, clear?
Did you hear? Move and put your things on.
If you allow me, I would like to say something to you now, maybe even more meaningful things than yours. Things that could be made interesting, okay?
Lieche. Okay, Baldy, a minute or two changes nothing.
Come on, let's hear it.
You are probably also gold diggers, but you don't need to be a fortune teller to understand that you are not doing well in life.
Yes, damn it.
We really don't get it, you're right. Our hands were full of blisters from the pickaxes. We broke our backs over the sand from the stream for 1.5 years.
And with what result? With the result that 3 days ago we ate the last stale twice-baked bread and the last piece of wormy meat that we managed to buy from the savings from the time when we were still working as cowboys.
Okay, or rather bad for you, but this meeting could bring a considerable turn in your ungrateful situation. Namely, since you, without any hesitation, pointed a weapon at an equally poor wretch, I believe I am not mistaken in thinking that you have sunk into the deepest despair. And that you are ready for anything in order to get money, and even to turn a blind eye to things written in the code.
A blind eye. We are ready to turn a blind eye to both, damn it. PIH, tell me who we need to kill and we'll do it immediately. It's like drinking a glass of water to us.
I'm glad to hear that, guys. In that case, I suggest you become part of my company, and you will get 10% of the net profit.
Companies. What company are we talking about?
If you think you'll persuade us to dig that damn stone again, you are very wrong.
That's right, Tibbs. I'm ready for anything, just so I don't have to take up a mining tool again. Even commit suicide.
Relax, guys. You certainly won't get blisters on your hands from my future job. Or rather, in the worst case, you'll get a blister on your index finger, the one you pull the trigger with. In short, I suggest you become my bodyguards. What do you say to that?
Well, it could suit me, but... And what about the money?
The truth, where is that money from which you generously offered us 10%, and what amount are we even talking about? Damn you, a moment ago you claimed you didn't have a cent.
And the pockets of your pants, unfortunately, only confirm your statement.
Ha ha! For now, that's true! There's no money, but it will come soon in huge amounts! It will rain from the sky! Ha 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 ha
From the sky? But we honestly...
Yes, we don't.
You'll understand, guys, soon, but... I am Ben Stevens. What are your names?
I am Ernie Tibbs.
And Jaleel Sturvogel Baldi.
Oh!
Ah. 100 demons, aye. Damn it.
No, don't regret. We don't.
Okay, Vogella, here's your gun. And now we can join my friends, the other members of the company. I just wanted to let you know that I don't like being called Baldy. Understood?
Like Mr. Stevens.
Oh, of course. Mr. Stevens, you were perfectly clear. Here's your cane.
Y así nuestra pequeña e inusual comunidad que se escondía en las montañas obtuvo 2 nuevos miembros. Inmediatamente se unieron a Seibehlu en la búsqueda del primer conejo de indias humano para nuestro experimento. Y su paciente búsqueda no muy lejos de la posada Munseeja pronto dio frutos. Una noche, un joven guerrero de constitución atlética fue sorprendido cerca de la fuente. Y lo capturaron sin demasiadas dificultades. Y lo llevaron al escondite que mientras tanto habíamos cavado en las rocas de Crinac asterisco de la que están hechas estas montañas. Roca de origen volcánico. Las grutas que se ramifican como una especie de laberinto están conectadas entre sí por pasadizos, lo que nos permitió obtener una especie de palacio. En la celda está la habitación más grande Prometeo con toda la equipación que ya poseía. Y a la que añadimos la que Tips y Vogel trajeron en varias ocasiones de Sterling.
And so began one of the most exciting periods in my life.
Prometeo, poseído por una nerviosidad comprensible, se encueraba durante días enteros en su laboratorio, en el que solo se permitía la presencia de Seibei. Y finalmente, una noche unas semanas después.
It worked. The wounds have already healed. The back muscles are managing to move the wings. I succeeded. I created an angel, a real angel.
By Jupiter, that's fantastic!
Now it's your turn, Stevens. Now you have to make sure that Ayala teaches him to fly, as she would do with her eaglet, patiently, gradually, without exposing him to the slightest risk.
We will succeed in that too, Prometag, relax! Ha 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 ha! Bip Savogele, bring drinks! We must celebrate this immediately! Ha 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 ha!
Well said, Stevens. We should toast to the birth of my first son. Ha ha ha.
Then a few days later, we could already start with the second phase of the experiment. My good Ayala once again proved to be quite intelligent and took care of the strange creature as if it were a young eaglet.
Como los águilas suelen hacerlo, durante días solo enseñó al joven Luce a aletear, de pie en una cima rocosa. Y luego, cuando fortaleció su musculatura y perfeccionó sus movimientos, decidió que había llegado el momento del primer vuelo real.
Heavenly powers. It's falling like a rock.
This is the moment that will determine my entire future.
Devil?
He's flying. Look, look. Flying perfectly.
Just like Ayala!
Yippee!
Fantastic.
We did it, Stevens, we did it.
Ha ha ha! And while under Ayala's supervision, the young Indian was learning all the secrets of flying and using air currents, the first disagreements arose between Prometheus and me regarding the flying man.
Unfortunately, in recent events, my fears have gained painful confirmation. Stephen, the transplantation has also brought with it certain side effects that have left their mark on the young man's mental health.
So, what's going on, Prometheus?
Well, speech, for example. Surely you have also noticed that he can no longer speak. And in his brain a structure has already formed that is much closer to a bird's than a human's.
That may be true, Prometheus! But I have the impression that the young man perfectly understands everything we are saying to him, or am I mistaken?
You are not mistaken, Stephen. His intelligence is really very bright and lively, and therefore it will not be the slightest problem for him to carry out our commands.
Curse! Well, in that case, I see no reason for concern! After all, we got exactly what we wanted in the Angel of the Righteous, or rather, the Angel of Vengeance.
Yes, and I was just gonna call him Alter in Latin, Avenger.
Alter, why not? It's easy to remember and sounds good.
Vulter. Of course, 1,000 scalps, the mysterious killer and blackmailer who haunts my friend Engineer Robson.
Ha 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 ha! I see that you are slowly starting to understand!
No, I see clearly those wounds on the murdered people. The cold weapon that left them was the spear of your monstrous angle. And now it is clear to me how there were no traces anywhere. Elator attacked from the air on the train we were traveling on that day.
Sight Zagor, exactly! And if we manage to fool you who are a damned fox, just imagine how the dull sheriffs who live in these areas will grope in the dark!
But in the Muwak, why is he Libby Jenin?
I'll reveal that to you later, Zagor, but now let me continue. As I told you, the relationship between Prometheus and me began to deteriorate.
Alter will be the Avenger, the defender of the weak and oppressed.
Yes, but say our Avenger! Prometheus, you got that well into your head! After all, on the list of those unfortunate victims of fate, I think that the first place rightfully belongs to my humaness. Considering how the police and the body are disfigured!
I understand, but...
Without buts! Prometheus, our ultimate, will begin his task of correcting injustice from the one I suffered, by enabling me to avenge myself on that damn Zagor who ruined my life, and then helping me gather enough money to ease the life of an unfortunate layman like me.
Money, what money, and how will it even come down?
In numerous ways, Prometheus, or to be more precise, in all possible ways. Namely, in a world where plunderers, extortionists, and thieves at best can move as fast as their horses are fast, someone who is able to move lightning fast through the air can count on a significant advantage.
What?
Besides, when thanks to your genius, there will be even more angels, 2, 3, 10, a whole legion. Paco will only then be able to stop them. Come on, tell me, Prometheus, who will be able to stop our legion of avenging angels?
But you are crazy, Steven, say. You know very well for what goals I came up here to work on creating Altar. I wanted to give life to a sublime, righteous being, Stevens, and you. You are now asking me to turn him into a perverted creature that will be subject to your lowest instincts of revenge and greed. No, then it would no longer be an angel, but a real demon. And therefore my answer is, never, never I will allow you to use Altar in that way.
You will, whether you like it or not!
You wretched, vile wretch. I should have left you to die in the whirlpools of that stream.
It's too late for regrets, you scoundrels!
Yes, but it's not too late to stand in the way of your insane plan.
You stubborn fool! Go to hell!
Ah. No, enough, Das.
Wow, I'll do what the cold waters of the stream didn't, you ugly snake!
Oh.
Ah!
Ha 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 ha! Well done, guys!
I think we've earned our 10% with this intervention, isn't that right, Mr. Stevens?
Yes, partly because I'll have one less partner when dividing future profits! Okay, guys, get rid of the corpse of this stupid red snout, and then come right back here. Today's the day for big plans.
With pleasure, boss.
I immediately empower Stevens.
In the days that followed, I continued with the preparation of my plan, and my first thoughts were directed, of course, towards you.
I am flattered, Stevens. Should I thank you for having had the honor of considering me first?
You don't need to, Zagor! You really don't need to, ha 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 ha! As you can already guess, I then sent you a false message in the name of your friend Miwok, who has in the meantime kicked the bucket.
1,000 scalps. Now everything is clear to me. You made sure that your victim appeared on the altar by himself.
Yes! And so I saved myself a considerable amount of effort. At the same time, I took care of the choreography, and as you will be able to see, I even prepared a kind of theater in which the last act of your life's performance will take place. Right in front of me, and at the same time, I will be both the observer and the executioner.
And Minnock, why did you kill the blue bastard?
Why did I kill that stubborn, stupid savage? Well, he got what he deserved because he tried to oppose my plans. P.I.H. When I just remembered that I offered him to save at least part of his tribe from the miserable fate to which they were condemned. As I already mentioned to you, I decided to join the first flying man, a few more of the same. And it was logical to me, let's say it like that. Human raw material, they are provided by those who lived in these mountains in miserable living conditions, the Munsei. And so my helpers appeared in the village. But their arrival was preceded by Altoro's appearance, which caused real chaos.
Look!
Magic, magic.
Flying man. No, that's not a man. That's a spirit sent by Manitou.
Mercy! Have mercy on us, spirits of the air! Have mercy on the heavenly souls!
Don't bring us harm. Nezda, my son. It's Nezda, it's my son. Don't you recognize him?
But what are you saying, woman? Are you crazy?
Shut up if you don't want to provoke his wrath.
Wow, shut up, that Sklial! And look, the flying ghost stopped up there! He stopped as if he wanted to say something.
Blind, you are obviously blind, brothers Muncie. I tell you that it is my son who disappeared a few months ago. Nezda, what have they done to you, my son? Nezda, don't you recognize me?
Stop her! Stop this squaw!
Wah, she's gone crazy.
Wow, if we offend the spirit of the sky, we will be punished! Calm down, Vika, we wretched mortals have no right to interfere with the plans of the Great Spirit. Because believe me, woman, this magic we are witnessing must be the work of the Great Spirit himself. And as for you, brothers Muncie, you who seem blinded by surprise, know that my Squaklio W is not crazy.
The mysterious creature you see above is really our son.
Look at him, Manitou. Look at him. All of you who knew him loved him.
Is it possible? Is it possible that you don't recognize his facial features?
Yes, it really is him.
But,
the truth, Vika and her husband are right.
What does this mean? Walk, explain it to us. You who are wiser than all of us. Magic, great magic. Call the wizard. Call the wizard.
No, you must tell us everything and explain, my son. What happened to you, Nezda? Who did this to you? Tell your mother, please.
Calm down, Esquaw. Calm down.
Already at that moment, the brainwashing to which I subjected young linseed Liz with the help of Prometheus' serum proved perfectly effective. Our altar proved to be completely indifferent to his mother's words, as if every memory of the past had been completely erased. And I was the only authority he recognized. Generally, while the stunned Indians were experiencing difficult moments filled with anxiety, my assistants appeared on the scene.
Apareciendo en el acantilado que se cierne sobre el pueblo de Minseeja.
I greet you, Great Chief, and I greet you too, Munsef Tai.
But who are you?
well, where are you coming from?
Friends, we are only friends sent by someone who wants to help you.
Someone who can save you from misery and hunger by turning you into the most respected tribe in this entire area. Someone who is so powerful that he turned a miserable mortal into a wonderful creature that you saw flying above you.
Exactly so, Red Brothers.
Because the magic you just attributed to the Great Spirit was performed by a white man so intelligent and wise that he managed to take from nature itself all the secrets of life.
Wow, but how is that possible?
I can't believe it.
But who could that powerful man be?
Prometheus. That's his name, and you will have to call him by that name in the future.
And it is he who sent us to tell you his proposal.
Surrender to us 12 of your young men, and we will return them to you in a few months transformed into wonderful warriors, who will correct all the injustices you have suffered in your life so far. The name of the Munsei and their invincible flying warriors will be passed from mouth to mouth, and you will be able to peacefully leave these barren and ungrateful mountains.
And settle on those primordial, rich lands of their fathers from where you were unjustly driven out.
Wow, do you hear this, Mowak?
Emma not.
Look at him. Who could resist him when he takes a spear or one of those sticks that thunder?
M.A.? My friend is right. And the whites will fear you in Uemalu, and see could start the so much awaited uprising of the red people. Come on, Great Chief, choose 12 of your strongest young men like the one you are watching fly around.
The words of my people and the sight of Ulter's aerial acrobatics have caused a split in the hearts of the Muncie, flattered by the perspective of a glorious future. But in the midst of the general clamor, the desperate cry of Ulter's mother was heard.
Crazies. Crazies. You are all crazies. Both men and women from the Line Siege tribe. Are you crazy to tolerate the words of these wretches? They are worse than those other palefices they want to set us against. They want to trick us even more insidiously. They are not satisfied just by isolating us today, but they also want to turn us into real monsters. Because that is the real truth. We are not looking at a wonderful being here, but a monstrous creation. Dogs, damn dogs, give me back my Nezda. Give him back to me the way he once was, the way I loved him.
Whoa! You are right, Bika. There is no reason that could justify the transformation of our sons into monstrous beings. We must defend the dignity of our people in other ways, my people, in accordance with ancient traditions, our honesty and the peace with which we have accepted our new life reality. Therefore, thank your God that we will not punish you for what you did to the unfortunate Nezda and leave immediately. Stay away from our village, crazy palefaces, and tell the one who has defiled himself with such shame that the Munseshi could one day avenge themselves.
To hell with it, is that your final decision, Chief of the Munsi?
PIH, is it even clear to you that you cannot unpunished provoke someone who is powerful like Prometheus?
We asked you for 12 young millers to raise them to the level of demigods. Are you sure you made a wise decision?
Well, I'm sure, Paleface, my decision is final. And if you repeat your shameful demand one more time, my next answer will not come to you in the form of words. An arrow, disappear from here. Go back where you came from before I regret my generosity.
Just boo stubborn brute.
Alterer, listen to me, Alterer. PSSSC, PSSSC. Did you understand me, Alterer? Do as I told you, go!
Let's get out of here, Tibbs, and let Altor take care of everything.
Curses, I don't know how I managed to refrain from shooting an arrow into their stomachs.
And I share your astonishment, and believe me that. Great spirit.
Nezda.
Watch out, my walk. He's coming for you.
Nezda, my young man, don't you recognize me? It's me, Wak, your chief. Do you understand?
Monster! Damned monster! You dared to attack my walk, you scum! Whoa! Ah! Scum Isle!
Enough. Makieba. He is too strong for us. He is a ghost. Minitli Ame, he's approaching. What will Miwakli do now?
Stop it!
It's useless. It seems like he doesn't understand our language anymore.
Before the astonished Indians even managed to react, Alter took the unconscious Miwok. And in just a few moments, he rose with him to 100 meters in height.
Donde comenzó a volar en grandes círculos concéntricos ante las miradas aterrorizadas de los blindados.
And at that moment, those tricksters Tibbs and Vogel appeared again. The traffic police addressed those present in a completely different, arrogant tone, now quite sure of themselves.
And now what will you do now when the life of your beloved chief depends exclusively on us?
Because only one of our signs, the flying creature, will let my walk fall on the rocks just as other eagles do with their prey. Then, brothers of the Mill Sea, will you now hand over to us the young men we asked of you?
And so while Alter was tirelessly circling above them with his heavy load, the Indians had to agree to the blackmail and handed over 12 young warriors to my people.
1,000 scalps. But if everything happened according to your demands, why is Maiwak dead? Why didn't you keep what you promised? Be damned.
Well, the sole culprit for that is Maiwak. He became conscious up there in the air, and seeing his tribesmen standing submissively before my people, he began to shout.
Y arrebatarse Cao, que estaba poseído.
Pay no attention to me, brothers of the Munsiji. Do not give up your sons. Do not let your young men fall into the hands of those pale-faced demons. Do not give them up at any price.
What shall we do?
You tell us, Eneane. You are the oldest warrior.
Shall we obey Miwok or?
Yes, what will happen to him if we rebel?
No, we must not rebel because for us, the Munsi Miwok, he is too precious a chief for us to be without him. For now, nothing else remains for us but to give in to the blackmail, and later, who knows? Maybe later, with the help of Mamanitou, we will manage to free our poor sons.
Y así, seguidos de llantos, maldiciones y amenazas, los Munseed y seleccionaron a una decena de jóvenes y, después de darles una serie de instrucciones, se los confiaron a Tips y Bohet.
Come on, you brats. Move.
Let's go faster.
Let's chase this herd of calves. Just a few more steps. We will be able to breathe a sigh of relief, despite the yelling of that stupid Muwak.
And regardless of what might then occur to the Munsi warriors.
Stop them, warriors of the Munsi, stop those pale-faced dogs. Don't think about me, I command you. Stop them before it's too late.
Ha ha ha, now it's already too late, great chief. Ha 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 ha. And now send that fool to the bottom of the stream. Have you heard me, Altor? We don't need that stubborn man anymore. Let him go, let him drown in the stream.
Yes, let him go, and let the devil take him.
No! Great soul! Mowak!
There, now you know everything, Zagor! Everything except the end that I have intended for you, but you will soon discover that! Ha 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 ha.
Ah.
Tibbs, Vojala!
We are here, boss.
Say, Mr. Stevens.
Take this damn guy down to the tunnel that leads to the amphitheater while he's still unconscious. Then free his hands and leave him alone. Of course, after that, remove the ladder that leads to the upper level.
I am immediately.
Okay, boss. Come on, Vogel, it seems we are destined to carry this scum around all day today.
He's as heavy as the devil himself.
Ha 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 ha! Relax, guys, I'm so happy that you've fallen into my hands that I will reward you abundantly for every drop of sweat shed. Come on, move it! And I will occupy my place in the royal box and wait there for the start of the show! Ha 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 ha!
Al mismo tiempo, en otra celda subterránea, Chico se entera de todo sobre los eventos previos por su colega en la prisión.
So now you know everything, my unfortunate friend.
Caramba, and your story is crazy. And you? Have you been imprisoned here for 6 months?
Yes, and I will stay here a witness until I agree to continue the transformation of those Indians into flying people. But that dog Stevens is very wrong if he thinks he will soften me, and that I will agree. I will never accept it. Do you understand me, young man? My dream was to turn those Indian young men into angelic creatures. And that scoundrel wanted to turn them into thieves, murderers and blackmailers, as he has already done with my altar. I will never accept it. Although I am more and more weakened day by day, I feel like I am slowly dying. Because lately, to finish me off psychologically, Stevens doesn't even give me food. I haven't eaten anything for 4, maybe even 5 days. I'll admit to you that I feel like I'm going crazy. I would give my soul just to be able to eat something. Anything. Yes, of course, I would be ready to eat anything.
No, stop. Do not approach me anymore, not a single step. You hear me? Don't you dare come any closer, or I'll slit you open. I don't like your look, sir. You're looking at me like a roasted chicken or turkey on a spit. So help me, all the mustaches of my family Tarawa, that's who your wide-eyed pupils remind me of? They remind me of that damned cannibal Tarawat.
Knife. You have a knife.
Un nativo polinesio, miembro de la tripulación del barco de Fisley.
Yes, those scoundrels didn't notice that it was tied to my right leg, so I managed to save it.
A knife with a solid blade.
Yes, so solid that I'll stick it between your ribs if you intend to eat me for breakfast.
But what the devil are you thinking, young man? That knife will not be a weapon of death, but of life, our lives. And our freedom come quickly. See, during my stay here, I started digging a tunnel in the floor which is quite fragile and soft. I dug secretly continuously with my injured fingers. But then, the terrible pain from those wounds prevented me from continuing to dig my way to freedom. I was beside myself angry, because I knew that according to my calculations, only 2-3 meters of rock separated me from the tunnel through which I could escape from here. But now with that knife, everything will be easier if we get to work so that one digs and the other throws out what's dug out. In less than half an hour we could get out of here. And maybe then we can help your friend Zagor, who is now surely spending terrible moments in the hands of that bloodthirsty beast Ben Stevens. Curse, knowing how much he hates him, I have reason to believe that he will soon vent all that anger that has been building up in him for years.
Caramba and Carambita, what the devil are we waiting for? Come on, let's move, and 1 minute could mean the difference between life and death for my poor friend. Here you are.
Faster, faster.
Y así, mientras Prometeo con una hoja desprende furiosamente trozos de roca frágil. Unos metros más abajo.
Just be careful.
Now put him down on the ground, but slowly Stevens emphasized that nothing must happen to his precious hunt.
TJAHA, who knows what that bald guy on the sheet metal has in store for him? You really never know.
Frankly, the only thing that matters to me is that he promised us a substantial sum for this job.
Come on, untie his hands and then we go up for our money. I wouldn't really want Stevens to change his mind in the meantime.
Until H.A. I don't believe it. A moment ago he looked satisfied like a cat that will soon eat a delicious mouse. And I'm also interested in what end he has in store for this strange young man.
YHA, sure, he's still alive. I see blood on his temple and...
Don't worry, he's still alive. He's breathing normally, and it doesn't seem like he's lost too much blood. Here.
Let's go. Now we can join Stevens. Curse, but what? And... Damn it! Help!
Curse. I mustn't risk it. I could hit Tibbs.
Ayak!
Curse.
Ayak!
Devil's blood eye?
Ah!
Mientras las balas de Vogel zumban a su alrededor, Zagor se lanza hacia la pistola de Tibbs que quedó tirada en el suelo y después de que terminó su voltereta acrobática, llega a la posición perfecta para disparar, desde donde golpea inexorablemente a su objetivo con su primera bala.
You damn man, I'll slaughter you. Ah! Damn. Ah!
1,000 scalps, I still can't believe I got away this time too.
Un momento después, el fantasma con el hacha se acerca a la escalera por la cual lo bajaron. Alina su gran sorpresa.
All my Darkwood drums. Who is pulling the ladder up now?
Curse, I knew it! I knew! I shouldn't have trusted those idiots! PIH, if he killed them, then those incompetents deserved it!
7s.
Yes, that's exactly me!
Devil take you.
It's FP!
See you, Zagor EN! See you outside! Raid!
PIH. A 1,000 scalps. It's empty and this one is empty. And these scoundrels were walking around with belts without bullets. May the devil take them.
Come out into the sunlight, Zagor! I'm waiting for you outside! Ha ha ha!
You will pay me, you damned scum.
Poco después, Zagor entra en un oscuro túnel natural que conecta el pozo con un amplio anfiteatro bajo el cielo abierto.
But what the devil? Iron, the grates are made of solid iron. 1,000 scalps. And that means he wants to prevent me from going back inside 4. And that well in this open arena of high walls suggests that I ended up here on purpose.
This is the moment I've been waiting for, Zagor! As you see, I have prepared a stage and even an armchair for the most important performance of my life! A show in which I will be the main actor!
Damn it.
Together with him! Go, Ultari! Go and kill him! But slowly, as you know best, as I taught you! Ha 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 ha!
By all the drums of Darkwood, this scum wants to have fun at my expense.
A 1,000 scalps!
Booesh, it was close. By all the drums of Darkwood, if only I had some branch, or a stone to defend myself with. Nothing, absolutely nothing. These walls are stronger than marble. And that means I can only count on my hands and...
Ah! Ah!
So Ultari, just keep it up!
Of scalps, I are my...
Ah! Damn monster.
Ha! Ha! That's what I wanted! Ultor! A slow death while his blood slowly drips drop by drop! So, and until then, he will curse the moment he crossed me! More Ultor! Ha 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 ha! What's up, Zagor? Come on, show me if you're able to react!
You damn sadistic scoundrel.
Ah!
1,000 scalps to him I.
¡Oh!
Y mientras el aturdido Zagor tantea. Y luego cae de rodillas. El hombre volador aterriza a 2 metros de él. Y se acerca a él con la obvia intención de terminar para siempre su cruel juego.
No, Tay. Don't, Ultra, stop. It's me, Prometheus, and I didn't create you to become a killer.
Judas's blood, is it possible that it's you? You damn lunatic!
Reconociendo la voz de su creador, el hombre. El pájaro vacila por un momento. Lo que permite a Zagor recuperarse por completo. Y reacciona a su manera.
Don't move, Prometheus, don't move, or I'll finish you off this time forever!
Otore, help me. You must break free from the evil influence of this killer. You must rebel against his poisonous influence on your decisions. I wanted to make you an angel, Altora, a just creation.
Enough! The devil take you, old madman!
Who to?
I don't know how you managed to get out of the hole you were in, Prometheus!
Altora, help me out.
But you will certainly never leave the hell to which I am sending you!
By all the drums of Darkwood. Stop, Steven, stop, you damn scum.
But what? Heavenly powers, no! No, I don't want to! To die! You won again, Zagor! But my death will not bring you happiness! I'm waiting for you! I'm waiting for you in the hell of the soul with an axe, and we'll see each other soon!
El resplandor triunfal que aparece por un momento en los ojos semiabiertos del adversario moribundo causa inquietud en Zagor. Y se vuelve rápidamente. Y así evita otro ataque del despiadado asesino. Enfurecido por el rápido cambio de eventos inesperados, el autor parece ser poseído por una locura asesina, que lo convierte en un adversario demasiado peligroso incluso para el propio Zagor. Débil debido a la pérdida de sangre, el fantasma con el hacha logra resistir unos momentos. E incluso desarmar al adversario con un golpe preciso. Pero un momento después, cuando sus dedos de acero agarraron el cuello, apretándolo en un abrazo mortal, su resistencia se vuelve más débil. Es más débil. Y hasta tal punto que, a pesar de un gran esfuerzo, unos momentos después el monstruo comienza a elevarse hacia el cielo llevándose a Zagor consigo.
Oh no! Oh! Only Virgin of Pillar, it's almost over now. It really is over. It seems that terrible monster has decided to kill my poor Zagor by throwing him from a huge height. Just as it done with my now Caromba and Carombita. Stop, stop, demonic monster. Let go of my friend. Let him go.
Aunque lentamente, el inexorable Ultor decidió levantar en el aire a su inconsciente. Pero en el momento en que llegó al borde del anfiteatro,
Stop, alter, I command you. Don't you recognize me, damn it? It's me, your creator, and I command you to.
En lugar de responder, el hombre aumenta sus esfuerzos para elevarse aún más hacia el cielo, mostrándose insensible al último, desesperado llamamiento de Prometeo.
Go back down, Thor, go back. I didn't want to create a bloodthirsty monster. May the heavens forgive me. That I wanted. And that's why I will now destroy you. Oh.
En solo unos segundos, ocurre la tragedia, liberándose de la pesada carga, el Thor se eleva hacia el cielo. E intentando instintivamente detener la sangre que me sale de la herida, se dirige hacia la brillante bola solar. Un momento después, el aleteo de sus hermosas alas se ralentiza, para luego detenerse por completo, seguido de un grito desesperado, después del cual sigue una inmersión mortal hacia la tierra. Y así, de la exaltada criatura voladora creada por el genio Prometeo, solo queda un cuerpo muerto desdichado destinado a ser despedazado por buitres o a ser quemado por los rayos del sol. Mientras tanto,
Caramba and caramba and caramba. What a day. What a terrible day. Complaints. I don't know if my heart will endure so much excitement. God, please let at least my Zagor get out. After all, he fell from a height of only a few meta. And if his luck smiled at least a little. Zagor, my friend.
Cock. My throat. Cough. My throat.
Yippee-a-fee. Alive! He's alive! Ha ha ha!
2 días después, mientras los trabajos se desarrollan enérgicamente en el viejo pueblo, Zagor y Chico se despiden del nuevo jefe.
I will do everything I cannot to disappoint your trust, Zagor.
Good luck, Taco. You are a capable man, and I am sure you will be a worthy successor to the unforgotten Miwok.
The Red People once again thank Timora for the help.
Mom!
Epics, but...
Great soul!
Alter! That's Alter!
Ayala. That's Ayala Stevenson's giant eagle.
Damn it with her! My heart almost failed when I heard this damned voice of hers.
Raw, from now on, she will scare no one anymore.
Dead.
No, stop, man. Don't kill her. That bird is the only one that survived the tragedy that happened in your mountains, and its presence will serve as a warning for the future. Go fly, O Ayala. Fly free from the evil of the man who tried to turn you into a deadly weapon. Let's go, Chico. We have an appointment in Sterling, don't we?
Not one but two. Zagor? The first with Engineer Robson. And the second with the chef of the best restaurant in town.
Ha ha ha. Goodbye, friend.
Adios.
May the Great Spirit watch over you, pale-faced friends. Come again! Don't forget us!
I will not forget you, Muncie, and I will always be ready to answer your call.
Sterling, un pueblo animado al pie de las montañas Catskill.
PIH, feel free to keep all your money. Too bad for you.
1,000 scalps, you're slamming the door like someone who just got refused $20,000, Robson.
The truth is that it really was. The sound of $20,000. Not a cent more. Not a cent less.
Zagor? Chico?
Yes, and we're really a little late. But to tell the truth, something delayed us. Is that right, Chico?
Exactly. One little thing.
But tell me, Robson, despite the fact that you got a rejection for those $20,000, do you have at least some small change in your pocket to pay for our dinner?
Well, I just got my monthly salary today. But I don't know if that will be enough for us, because it depends exclusively on Chico's appetite.
I'm glad that despite everything you haven't lost your famous sense of humor, at least as much as it's possible.
And I guarantee you that, when you hear our story, your traditional good mood will return again, Robson.
I don't understand.
It will be clearer to you when our legs are under the tail, Robson.
Yes, and when you have a chair under your butt.
So we can be sure you won't faint when we tell you how we dealt with your blackmailer.
What? But, well, that's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic.
Watch out, Chico.
Damn curse! What did I tell you? He really fainted.